First up, a big shout out to Peter Burke and her fabulous technology students at Nowra High School. Hi guys, thanks for requesting a video. Today, we're taking you through a tutorial that will help you with the skills on how to draw and design your own lolly dispensers. Let's get started. This is an isometric rectangle. That's what we'll be drawing first. So we're stacking an iso square on top of another isometric square. Next, we're going to draw a crisscross, and we're going to locate these points halfway along each of those four sides. And then we'll use a ruler to join. Where those two lines cross over or intersect will be the center for our new isometric circle. So center the circle on that and draw in the full ellipse. Great. The squiggly lines mean that I'm about to erase those lines. Draw an isometric line, extend a line from each of those four corners by the same amount. You can decide on the amount, depends on the timber you're using, and then connect those. To make it look like it's all the one piece of timber, I'm erasing those. That's a good idea using a piece of paper as a guard or a shield. I'm just making sure it looks like those pieces are separate as the circle in the middle spins around, right? Now we're extending an isometric line backwards to the right, and it occurs on each of the corners that you can see. Now I'm finished drawing those short lines. I'm going to connect them together. I'm really creating the height here. Now draw another ellipse slid back by the same amount as those short lines that we just drew. We don't see all of the ellipse this time. There's our cylinder. Let's draw a cutout here for the contents to fill. I've erased that and redraw. This time, let's erase first to save time and then draw in. Most will only have one notch, but that's what it would look like if it was upside down. Now I'm drawing in the material at the back. So I'm connecting those 2 points and I'm adding some thickness for the material, for the sheet, connecting again. That's all we're drawing. Most of it's hidden. These light lines, I'm drawing them lightly because they're acrylic. And I'm coming forwards this time. So I'm drawing 4 short lines, all coming forwards. And then I connect those to make the front of the acrylic. I'm sketching in screws or fasteners. It's one way that you could hold the acrylic onto your dispenser. I'm extending 2 lines forwards and to the left. And this is the shape of the base that the dispenser will sit on. Let's drop some vertical lines straight down and give the base some thickness. I'll need to add a cavity or a recess or a cutout in there. So let's draw the shape of that. I think I'll round the corners. And because that's clear acrylic, I'm going to see through that. So let's extend that line backwards. And how deep shall we draw it? Remember that the bottom of this could be angled so that it gets deeper towards you, so the contents roll towards you to make it easier to grab them. Let's add some wood grain and then a way to rotate that dispenser. I'm going to use the small ellipse and I'm drawing half an ellipse and then a full. I'm going to erase the top because I'm drawing what's called an assembly view. So all of the parts will be assembled on this view. So I'm going upwards now to give it some thickness. Then 2 lines to finish the cap. We're going to draw in the far edges. All on the isometric angle. A little bit of long grain. To make your drawing pop, thicken these lines where the cap meets the dispenser and also some of these lines where they're overlapping material behind them. And most importantly, what's called the cutting line, the line right around the very outside of your object. Some feet could add some fun and visual interest to your design. They could be 3D printed, turned, And for an alternate design, here I'm using a curved theme. So I've started the drawing in the same way, but I've curved in one of those elements. Here I'm adding the acrylic to the front of the design, and I'm going straight to the cap. I'm continuing the curved theme. These little thin lines are called contour lines, and they help me imagine the shape. Here's 4 possible positions for the cutout notch. I could use a lever and come up with some sort of mechanism to allow the dispenser to work. The sides could be angled, or the base could be made hollow using some sheet material. Practice copying these drawings a few times, and then you'll have all of the skills that you need to draw any design that you can pretty much imagine. So have fun. Good luck with your designs. I'll catch you next time. I'm Glenn. Thanks, Peter. Bye for now.